Hello and welcome to the Owner and Investor series for Rich and Oliver. Today we're going to be catching up with Alan to discuss his awesome experience dealing with Rich and Oliver as his agent and how thrilled he was to recently sell his family home of 57 years in the beautiful leafy suburb of Ashbury in the much sought after Inner West Village. Let's have a chat with Alan now. Alan, how did you hear about Rich and Oliver?
Well, in 2016, my brother was living in this place and he wanted a costings on what the place was worth. So he rang a number of agents, and one of them was Rich and Oliver. And Marco was the man who came down and gave him a valuation. Myself and my two brothers and sister decided to sell the place. So again, I got in touch with a number of agents, rang Marco because I had the contact. Marco was very hands-on. He contacted me, stayed on, and that's where it went to. That's how I got to know and got in with Marco and Rich and Oliver.
Now Alan, why did you choose Rich and Oliver as your agent?
When Marco and the team, when I met them, and specifically you're dealing with Marco, I just found that they were very professional. They answered everything I wanted to know, and their knowledge of the area was spot on. I'd been to, about 2 months before this one, I'd been to one of their auctions over the road, and I was fully conversant with how many places they've sold in the area. So it was a bit of a no-brainer as far as I was concerned when it came down to the agency.
Now, how easy was it for you to communicate with your selling agent during the campaign?
He was on the phone as soon as you rang him most of the time. If he wasn't, he'd get back to you straight away, either by text, email, phone. He was excellent, actually, in that regard. I just had no complaints. Yeah, they sent everything through to us by mail as well regarding the advertising. And I just found that they were extremely professional, great to deal with. There was no pressure, so I didn't get the big sell, which you do with some. Sure. He very much personalises it, and you feel, even though he's doing his job, he's doing it very well. So that was how I found them to deal with. Not a complaint. I can't even think of one complaint regarding Rich and Oliver.
Now, what did you think of auction day?
Well, it was absolutely amazing because the auctioneer was superb. So you don't get much better than him. I just thought he was just wonderful and great to watch. The whole team was here, the whole Rich and Oliver team, so they relaxed us right from the beginning. They took us right through. Marco took us through every particular avenue of where we were going, where we were at. They managed to attract a lot of people, which when you're in our position standing in there was a big plus. Yeah. And we got a great price. So auction day for me was, and the family, was a very pleasant experience.
Would you recommend Rich and Oliver?
Definitely, yeah. From the experience I've just had, I would use them wherever I was. Certainly anyone within this area, the inner city or anything like that, where I know from experience that their knowledge is so profound, I'd absolutely recommend them to anyone who wants to use and get a good deal and be happy about it and have a good experience.
Well, Alan, thank you for taking the time to share your experience with us.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to thank some people who really looked after us, and you've been a pleasure to work with too.
Well, there you have it, another satisfied customer of Rich and Oliver. Thanks for tuning in to the Owner and Investor series, and we look forward to seeing you next time.